Alright, what is up everybody? So today we're going to be talking about Zed Run. Now if you don't know what Zed Run is, Zed Run is essentially a game on the blockchain where you can buy and sell these horses that you see racing right here, and first through third place wins a monetary prize in the form of WETH or wrapped Ethereum. So if you don't know what Zed Run is, you can go to zed.run and take a look. But today we're going to be talking about all the ways that you can actually make money and profit in Zed Run itself. So we're going to go through all of that. Now, if you've never been to this channel before, welcome. My name is Andrew, Hustle Millennial, and we cover an entire range of concepts and ways that you can make money online through selling physical products, selling digital products, affiliate marketing, and making money with cryptocurrency on the blockchain. So there's many different ways that you can make money on Zed Run. Now the first way, of course, is winning races. So what we're going to do on the top here, we're going to go to racing and events. Now we're going to talk about these classes in a second here, but if you can see, there are events, locations, event types, which is going to be the class that you're racing in, the distance that the race is, and yes, every single horse has a preference for the distance they like to run or the distance that they perform best in. You have the entry fee. Now this entry fee is what you actually pay to get into the race, and this is translated in wrapped Ethereum. Now next you have the prize pool, and this prize pool is divided between the top. Generally, I'd say 60% of that prize pool goes to first, about 25% of that prize pool goes to second, and 15% of that prize pool goes to third. And if I've done my math right, that would be 100%. So that is how the prize pool is divided, and you can see each race allows 12 participants, and it'll show you basically how many participants are already in or how many gates are full out of the 12 possible gates. So right off the bat, if you enter a race and you place in the top 3, you're going to be making money on that race. So even if you place third, you're going to be making $1 or two on that race, which is profitable as there is no how do I put this? So in some games there's an energy counter. When your energy counter goes from full to empty, you can no longer participate in dungeons or levels or runs, whatever have you. Then you have to wait, say 24 hours. A great example of this is Crypto Blades. If you run out of stamina, you have to wait, every 5 minutes you get 1 stamina back. When you get 200 stamina, then you can enter another battle. So Zed Run is unique in the way that there is no energy bar. You can just continuously enter races as long as you have the funds to do so. So that is the first way. You win a race or you place top 3, you are making money. Now these class types here, if I go to my actual stable, you can see these class types are represented in numbers. So a class 5 horse is going to have a rating of 20 or below. Class 4 horse is going to have a rating like pink right here with 25, so on and so forth. The more races you place in, the higher your rating goes and the higher class you're in. So way number 1, right out of the gate, if you're placing in races, you're making money. Okay, and that's really going to transition into way number 2. If you can see on the right here, let me minimize this. These 2 horses in my stable are called in stud. And what does that mean? That means they are in the stud farm currently, which is the second way that you can make money. So if you buy a horse, which right now you can only acquire horses on OpenSea.io, if you acquire a horse, once that horse is 28 days old, they can start breeding. Now, if you have a female horse, a filly or a mare, then you can breed with your own horses or other horses in the stud farm, and you will get a brand new horse that you can then race, or you can then try and sell that on OpenSea. And that is another way that we're going to get to in a minute, but right now we're going to talk about these stud fees. So right now, this cotton candy Zabo horse called Pink Snapper is in stud, and every time someone chooses to breed with this horse, which currently has a 14% win rate, which is pretty good, I will make the equivalent in Ethereum, which right now is 201 US dollars, every time someone breeds with this horse. Now, if you think about it, for this horse in USD terms, I paid about $435, which means in 1 month, if someone uses all three of those studs, I will be in profit about 160 some odd US dollars, and this horse can then go back into stud farm every single month. So you can see how this turns into passive income very, very quickly if you have a bunch of horses that are in stud or that are currently available to breed. So once a horse is 28 days old, you can put them into the stud farm, and you will see this counter on the bottom right here. It has 2 breeds left for this cycle, so 2 of 3, as someone has already used 1 of them. It says your stallion can breed 2 times during the current breeding cycle. The next breeding cycle will commence in 23 days, which is a total of 28 days after the first initial breed, right? So get a horse. Once they are 28 days after their birth, you can then breed them. And if you have a male horse, a colt or a stallion, you can then put them into this stud farm. So let's go up and actually look at breeding. And this is where your horse will go when you put him into stud, as long as it loads, that is. Let's see here. Alright, so we have this open here, and you can see on the right the stud fees. Now these fees do go by the basically the rarity of the horse, with Nakamoto and Zabo being the rarest bloodline of horses. We can filter by lowest price. Now, if you purchase a Buterin horse, which the floor price right now is about 0.045 Ethereum, or about 150 USD, the lowest stud fee is $58.60. So if you were to go right now and buy the lowest price colt, wait for its 28-day period to be up, where you can then throw him into the stud farm, you will then be making passively $58.60 times 3 every single month, or about 174 USD every month from breeding one horse, which means you will make your initial investment back month 1 as long as people are breeding with your horse. So we can look at this and see the lowest price for the lowest rarity bloodline is 5860. However, if we go up to, say, where Pink Snapper is, we go to the Zabo bloodline, you can see that the lowest price has actually gone up to $273.46 USD. Now, knowing that these can breed 3 times a month, that means on my one Zabo horse that I paid about $430 for, I will get 2, 4, 6, we'll get about $810 per month from that one horse that I paid an initial $430 for. Now, what you do want to say, or what you do want to look at when you're going to buy horses is this a donkey, or is this a horse that nobody's going to want to breed with because it's done 20 races, it hasn't won anything? And in the next video, we're actually going to show you how to analyze each and every single horse that is on OpenSea. Now, there's plenty of videos on that specific topic already here on YouTube, so I wanted to go a little bit more into other things, but that is basically breeding and the stud farm. So way number 1 is you can win races. Way number 2 is you can get a colt from OpenSea, and then you can throw him into the stud farm once he's reached the correct maturity. Alright, so way number 3 is actually creating new horses yourself. Now, in order to do this, you need one of 2 things. You either need a filly or a mare that is at its maturity date to where it can breed. And once you have a filly or a mare, that's really the most important part, because from there you can do one of 2 things. Either you can go to the stud farm and you can choose a horse that is already in stud, or you can buy your own colt or stallion and breed them together. Now, no matter what you do, you are going to be paying the stud fee, which is essentially, you can think of it as a gas fee to mint this new horse. If you do choose to use a stud that is currently in the stud farm, you will have to pay the full price. However, if you put one of your own colts or stallion into the stud farm and then choose to breed your own filly or mare with it, you'll pay the fee with about a 40% discount. So essentially, if you get a Buterin filly and a Buterin colt and you breed those together, you're going to be paying about 30 USD for a brand new horse, which you can then flip and sell at the floor price of 0.45 Ethereum or $150. Something to note, a filly or a mare can only breed once every breeding cycle, opposed to the colt or stallion, which can have 3 offspring in any given breeding cycle. So if you really wanted to get started and get this up and running, where you basically have a horse factory where you're just pumping out a bunch of horses every single month, you will need 3 fillies or mare to every 1 colt or stallion, and that can ensure that you can pump out 3 new horses every single month from those 4 initial horses. Alright, so way number 4 to make money on Zed Run, and this is currently my favorite. I've been doing this a lot. What we're actually going to do is we're going to go over to the Zed Run marketplace on OpenSea that you see right here. Now you can see that there's been 24.6 thousand Ethereum. That's not 24,000 USD, that is 24,000 Ethereum. Ethereum currently at $3,200 each. You can do the math on that. That is an exponential amount of money that people are spending on these horses. So once you get here, you can see there's currently about 81,000 horses on OpenSea, and we can sort these to the lowest price. Now, if you have any familiarity with auction house flipping, I personally got mine from playing World of Warcraft for far too many years and getting really good at the auction house. You can basically sit here, or you can go to GitHub if you're good at coding, which I'm not, but I have been learning, and you can actually get a bot that will do this for you. But not a lot of people seem to be doing that, as I can often refresh and find horses that are at a very, very low price. I'd say 2 to 3 every hour will get listed around 0.03 to 0.04, which means you can buy that horse at 0.03, instantly bump it to the floor price, which is 0.0476. In this case, we'd put it at 0.0475, so we'd be the cheapest horse. And there are always people out there looking to get into the game and just buy the cheapest horse, no matter what it is. They don't know how to look up stats. All they're doing, they want to buy the cheapest horse and start racing, and that is where we are profiting. So essentially all we do is we sit here and we refresh the low to high, or if you want to find better horses that can potentially sell for more, you'd go to recently listed. I found a horse last night, like this one right here, price 0.03. Oh, and it already sold. You better believe I would have bought that instantly. It sold a minute ago. But just like that, you can see there was a horse posted for 0.033. We would buy that and instantly sell that horse for 0.0475, profiting us about 50 to 60 US dollars for 2 minutes of work. Now, what you can do, and what I've been doing, is if you find someone that is selling horses for this low of a price, you can actually go to their profile and see if they're selling anything else. Like this one is 0.049, this one is 0.33, and actually this is the guy that just purchased it. So what we'd want to do is we'd want to go down and see that NFT Crapshoot is the guy that actually sold it. And then we would essentially just want to sit here and watch his profile. If we look up everything he has for Zed Run and wait for him to post something else at a much, much lower price than the current market, right? Because we already know that this is something that this guy will do. He'll post stuff way under market price, which means either one of two things. He either just really needs the money, really wants to get out of his position on that horse, or he has a horse that he's raced, it's an absolute donkey, he's doing nothing but losing money, he doesn't think that anyone will buy it, throws it up way under market price, and that's essentially what we want to capitalize on. So again, we go back, We refresh whenever it lets me to recently listed, and we wait, right? We wait to see a horse that is listed for, again, that .03 mark, where we can snatch it up, resell it. And the beautiful part on OpenSea, whenever you're purchasing a horse from Zed Run or you're selling a horse back on the OpenSea market, you're not going to pay any gas fee, right? Gas fees can be absolutely outrageous, but when you're doing this, you're not going to pay any gas fee. All you're going to pay is a 2% royalty fee to OpenSea, which at this level comes out to nothing more than a couple dollars here or there. Your margin of profit is still going to be absolutely amazing. Alright guys, so back on my stable you can see the 3 horses that we have right now, and it's something that should be noted. I only put about $400 to $500 initially into this game, and currently right now my pink snapper guy, I could probably sell him for about 0.15 Ethereum. I could sell Canis Major for 0.06, and I could sell Justin Trudeau for the name for about 0.1 Ethereum. Now I also have wrapped ETH. Now this 154 USD has come purely from stud fees and flipping. So I would say that already I've been in this game for about a month. I have doubled, if not time and a half, the value of my portfolio using these methods that I've just laid out. So if you know of any other ways that you can profit on Zed Run, definitely leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, and be on a lookout for the next video, because in the next video we're diving into something that I have struggled with for countless hours over the last couple weeks, and that is creating an NFT that has 10,000 separate variations, generative art, having a JavaScript code that generates those for us, and getting those into a collection on OpenSea. Now that is something that is a massive topic right now in the NFT marketplace, on the OpenSea marketplace, and really with artists in general. So we're going to be looking at how you can actually create this generative art in the next video. So thank you all for watching. We'll catch you next time.